Get ready. Get set. It's time for the basement view.
Hey, how's it going? Man, I gotta tell you, glad to be here. It's Wednesday. It's cold, man. Ooh, it's cold. Got some crazy weather going on out there. A lot of wind howling. Man, scared of that. I mean, it is rough out there. Um, ooh, crazy stuff going on. Seen a message that old Mitch McConnell. Let me see. What was that? What does that say? Mitch McConnell. Mitch McConnell said that President Donald Trump's victory puts Americans in a very, very dangerous world. Really? Are you serious? Mitch, are you serious? Mitch McConnell, out of all people in the world, got something to say about Donald Trump putting America in a very dangerous position. Talk about a hypocrite. Hey, what's up, James? How's it going? Man, some crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. They're going in on McDonald's too. Apparently, they're going in on McDonald's. Yeah, Mitch said that, as a matter of fact. But they're going in on McDonald's about the snitch that snitched out the shooter. Now, again, I got mixed feelings about that. Uh, the you know, I did catch that segment of The View today, just a piece, and I heard a bit about them saying this is not America. This violence that we're seeing is not America. I'm sorry, but yes, it is. This is America. This is exactly America, you know? I don't know. Where were you January 6th? Did you see what happened then? 2020? This is absolutely. Hey, Charles, what's happening? This is absolutely America. America is, Trump referred to shithole countries some years back. Guess what? This has become a shithole country. Violence is exactly what we do. Okay? This is America. Violence is what we do. Against each other, against others, against whoever. Now, those, oddly enough, those on Fox News are talking about this was not the right thing to do, shooting this CEO. I'm pretty sure that's how they feel. But guess what? Those that follow them think otherwise, because those that follow them are the ones that's getting fucked over in the healthcare industry, the health insurance industry. So I guarantee you, this guy is something of a hero in the MAGA world. Guarantee it. They going in on McDonald's like crazy. I mean, the memes is going out like you wouldn't believe. You know, when the memes start flying up, You know good and damn well they going in on them. And that portion of the View that I heard today, it made me realize that's exactly what's wrong with those that don't identify as MAGA. Those that don't identify as MAGA seem to be living on a different planet than MAGA. They seem to think that this is not a violent country, that we don't settle our differences with violence. That's bullshit. We do settle our differences with violence in this country. Obviously. This is not a racist country. That's bullshit. This is absolutely a racist country. So, I don't know what planet they living on, what country they're from. I don't get it. I mean, you see violence in the streets every day. Maybe not their neighborhood, but guess what? Coming to a neighborhood near you soon. Trust me on that one. You know, I don't get it. Anyway, speaking of memes, let's look at a couple.
A Facebook shooter 3-4 days into the manhunt. He pulls into a fast food spot and the woman in the drive-thru recognizes him. And she did something that I know I wouldn't have done for minimum wage. She stalled him. She stalled him. She looked a certified cold lunatic in the face and said, "Sir, it's gonna be a minute on your fries. Would you mind waiting?" Now, I don't know what y'all do when y'all was working for minimum wage, but I did the minimum. That's maximum.
Where's he going? Grab his ankles. No! No! No!
Two things never happen again.
So, you know, while I don't condone violence, you know, we eat, sleep, and drink violence in this country. We have literally made violence funny. Okay? We have made violence enjoyable to watch. So, don't tell me this is not America. You know, I don't know where you from. I don't know where you walk back and forth every day. I don't know what you digest as news. You know, I don't know where you eat lunch because it must be someplace other than America. This is absolutely who we are as Americans. We are a violent, racist nation. There you have it. Okay? So, you know, and until then, you know what? I'm going to tell you right now. You know why Donald Trump won? Because Donald Trump will say whatever the hell comes to his mouth. Whatever comes to his mouth, he'll let it out. The Democrats, independents, those that are not MAGA, spend so much time spitting out all of these carefully crafted words and phrases that they learned in journalism school to mask over the real fucked up language that they would normally say. You know, in order to describe the things that Donald Trump has done in the past, you have to use some really fucked up language or some carefully crafted intellectual stuff you learned in journalism school. Well, unfortunately, 99.99% of America did not go to journalism school. They speak down there where Donald Trump speaks. Okay? So while you're trying to explain why Trump shouldn't win, Donald Trump's talking directly to them while you're talking over everybody's head. So that's why Donald Trump won. Okay? Yes, James, they choose a lie over the truth all day, every day. You know, when they don't understand that they're hearing the truth. You know, if you tell me the truth in French and tell me a lie and some downright gutter shit, I'll understand the gutter shit. I don't speak French. You know, that's the way it goes. Which, okay, this gives me an example, perfect example. I tell those of you that if you really want to make some money and, you know, understand, you know, how making money really works, turn on CNBC for 15 minutes a few times a week, just a few times a week, because you will literally be learning a new language. Unless you speak the language, you cannot understand the concepts associated with the language. That's the way it goes. Speaking of investing, I did get that online savings account that I was going to get for myself, but unfortunately, the process takes a few days because they got to put money in your account, take it back out, you know, do the verification stuff. That takes 2-3 days. So tonight, I'm not going to go into the investment stuff unless someone asks me a particular question. I will answer that if I have an answer for it. So I'm not going to go into that tonight because that account isn't set up. And I can't wait to do this because I want you all to see how that works. Okay? So yes, this is a violent country, and we need to start telling the truth and saying shit the way it is. Just say it the way it is. It's, you know, sometimes you just got to use foul language to get the point across because that's what a certain group of people understand. That's just the way it is. You know, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. You know, I've had a lot of people ask me, why do I cuss a lot? God damn it, because that's what you will understand. You know, anything else I say will go over your head. You know, sure, I could say some things nicely, but they really don't drive it home, do they? When you say it that way, it doesn't really drive it home, you know. So, sometimes you need your attention to be gotten. And Trump is really good at getting folks' attention. Right? Tell me I'm wrong. So anyway, another thing came across my radar. Thank God I got a good group of supporters out there. Check this out. I did not know. Yeah, hey, that's the way it is, man. That's the way it is. And this is something I did not know. this is interesting. Check this out about some people paying into Social Security and finding out they're not going to get it. Check this out.
But an obscure provision of federal law prevents them from collecting most of those benefits in retirement. New at 6 Channel 2 consumer investigator Justin Gray here with us in an effort to change that, and it passed the U.S. House of Representatives this week, Justin.
Justin, we're talking about 50 to 70,000 Georgians who are impacted by this. Most of them public employees like firefighters, police officers, and teachers. Our year-long reporting on Social Security overpayments led us to notice this particular law is leaving some retirees in a tough spot.
I've worked another job the same time that I was teaching school all of my life. I've been working since I was 16.
Retired Atlanta Public Schools teacher Vidalia Turner expected to collect Social Security on those extra jobs when she retired. But that's when she learned of the windfall elimination provision, nicknamed WEP, and the government pension offset. The two provisions reduce Social Security benefits for nearly 3 million Americans, mostly public servants who received a pension from a job that didn't pay Social Security taxes.
So I'm prepared for Social Security, right? Only to find out, well, no. And I paid into it, everything into it. It's not like I didn't pay into it.
This month, in an overwhelming bipartisan vote, the House of Representatives passed the Social Security Fairness Act that would eliminate WEP.
These are firefighters who worked a second job to make ends meet, police officers who began a second career after leaving the force, teachers who took a summer job to cover the bills.
And our series of stories investigating Social Security overpayments in collaboration with KFF Health News and our Cox Media Group sister stations, we've learned that WEP can lead to overpayments and clawbacks by the federal government. People like Ron Bonasso, a retired postal worker now working 2 jobs in retirement to pay back a $7,500 overpayment tied to WEP.
A whole bunch of us have been retired all these years. It's got screwed by Social Security.
At 68, Vidalia Turner is also still working, but worries what happens when she no longer can.
What happens is that we are unduly penalized. We don't get the money that we paid into.
And so not only did this pass the House of Representatives, but it has more than 60 co-sponsors in the Senate, including Georgia Senators Ossoff and Warnock. But that doesn't mean this is automatic in the Senate, where there are concerns about the price tag that could run into the billions of dollars for that already troubled Social Security trust fund.
Standing up in here talking about.
Now, this, by gosh, who would even imagine this? Who would even imagine? I can't imagine paying into Social Security and them telling me I'm not going to get it after I retire. Who would even imagine that? That is crazy. I can't believe it. Now, this brings one point. Why would there be any kind of situation in the law books, on the law books, in Georgia or anywhere else? Why would there be a situation where you could pay into Social Security, work in the public sector, and there's some funky law or rule that keeps you from getting what you justly deserve? What was that law put in place for? Anybody? Anybody know what that law was put in place for? I'll wait. I'll tell you what that law was put in place for. That law was put in place for working people to not be able to get ahead. After you have retired, you are not going to get ahead. You can retire, but you're going to retire broke. The laws of this country were written for the rich. The laws of this country were written for the well-to-do, not the people who work and retire. That's just the way it is. Which brings me to what I keep talking about. We got to come up with a way to supplement that money. We got to come up with a way to supplement that money. Okay. Now, this one brother, he's got an idea for you ladies, just in case. Check this out.
Your rent need to get paid and your car note need to get paid. Now, the only thing standing between that happening is that motherfucking bed in there. So if you know like I know, and you want to help your motherfucking self, you go in and get that goddamn bed. And I promise you, you're going to leave here with cash motherfucking money. Money. You might be getting ready to go through something, but when you leave here, money going to be one thing that ain't going to be no problem. You might have a sore ass and a sore mouth, but you don't have no money problem. That going to be gone. That going to be all be over. You understand me?
So, you know, there are ways to make it by. You know, I can't advocate for none of them, but, you know, there are ways to get by. But yes, so when we see stuff like this, you got to understand, this was written to keep us broke. These laws, this is why we got to take advantage of the rules that the rich people use. We got to do it. You know, we just got to do it. Just that simple. You know, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but going forward, yeah. And, man, I tell you what, they just going crazy with it. They just going crazy with it. As a matter of fact, today, but before that, hey, check this out. You know, I was literally thinking about going in the barbershop today. I was out, had a doctor's appointment, and I said, let me go in the barbershop and get some crisp lines on my stuff. I've been doing my own stuff, and I said, let me go get some crisp lines. And man, I'm sitting up there on social media, messing around, had a doctor's appointment, just a routine checkup, went in, numbers was real good. I felt great, then lost some weight. I'm feeling good. Sitting there on social media, came across this crazy shit. I'm like, if I go in the doctor's office and this shit happen, I'm going to catch a case. Check this out.
Last night, I couldn't even get an answer. I tried to call, but my pride wouldn't let me die. And I'm sitting here with this blank expression. And the way I feel, I wanna curl up like a child. I know you can hear me.
I tell you what, that shit crazy, ain't it?
I know you can feel me.
Also on the money.
These fools. I tell you what, if I go to the barbershop and that shit happen to me, y'all might as well try and, don't even bother getting no bail money, because I'm done. I'm done. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. So don't bother trying to bail me out, because they ain't gonna give me no bail after I get finished. That shit is crazy, man. So anyway, Just to segue here, what I've been talking about, again, we have to come up with some alternative ways to do things because, again, I heard today, I'm going to play it in a second, private equity again. Private equity. Rearing their ugly head again. This time, they're attempting to buy Walgreens. Now, depending on what area you're in, you may not have Walgreens in your area, whatever state you're in. But in this state, Walgreens is a big part of the drug business, pharmaceuticals. Private equity has attempted to buy Walgreens, or is attempting. Why does private equity want Walgreens? Why? Because they intend to own everything. A small group of private equity investors around this country intend to own everything. And once they do, we are going to be in trouble. So, here on this platform, we got to make sure we're ahead of the game. Pay attention. I would suggest we start to put a little stock away of the stuff that we would get at places like Walgreens and CVS and the grocery stores. Thank goodness two federal judges out west stepped in and stopped a huge merger today between Albertsons and Albertsons and can't remember. Two of the majors tried to merge the grocery store industry. Why would they do that? Because they want it all. And get this. When a judge steps in and stops it, what's the first thing they say? The first thing they say is, well, if we're not allowed to do this, we're going to have some layoffs. Well, if you merge the two biggest grocery chains in the country, are we stupid enough to think you're going to keep all the employees? The reason you're merging the two is so you can make fewer people do more. You can shut down some stores. The one company can shut down stores and control everything. This is crazy. Check this out.
An uncertain future for Walgreens. The Deerfield-based pharmacy is pushing back on reports it might sell to a private equity firm.
Walgreens has been struggling financially, and a sale could lead to even more stores closing. Our Sarah Maki is here now, and you spoke with several experts about what this could mean for customers.
Yeah, right. And every expert that I talked to agreed on one thing. They all say that the industry is facing hard times because of things like slowing sales and diminishing reimbursements. And this is leading to store closures. But they worry a sale, particularly to a private equity firm, would only accelerate that trend.
The pharmacy is closed at this Avondale Walgreens. The shutters roll down as the pharmacist on duty takes their regular break. But some worry that its site, a closed counter, may become more frequent if a reported sale goes through.
The focus is in the neighborhood, it's not the community, and so what we could see is the number of pharmacies, whatever the rate currently is, we could see the rate of those closures increase. I am a little bit surprised.
Christopher Crank with the Illinois Council of Health System Pharmacists says there are concerns a sale to private equity firm Sycamore Partners, as reported by the Wall Street Journal, could shift the focus of the pharmacy giant, resulting in fewer stores, shorter hours, and less options for customers.
Outside of the healthcare industry, what that means is closure of stores, reorganizing staff, reorganizing services that are provided.
In a statement, Walgreens told us, "We don't comment on rumors or speculation about our business."
Well, my first reaction is that the situation is getting more dire.
Some community organizers say they have watched pharmacies close, creating pharmacy deserts around Chicago. In October, Walgreens announced they would close approximately 1,200 locations nationwide after announcing 300 store closures in June. When we talked to customers about these closures, at least one put it this way.
I mean, what could we do? All the big companies do it. You know, we small fries. They run the world. There's nothing we can do.
Important to note, this is very early speculation on a potential deal. Nothing set in stone right now, but there are already some changes currently publicly traded. The reports today sent Walgreens stock surging, guys, nearly 20% higher today.
In the Wall Street Journal, you wonder if there's smoke, you know, where there's smoke, perhaps, but it's a big story for sure. We'll continue to watch.
For sure. Thanks guys.
Sarah.
They catch.
Now, check this out. I do not believe what that brother said. Ain't nothing we can do. Yes, there is. Prepare for it. Prepare for it. Put something away. Think of the stuff that you would buy at Walgreens, that, you know, stuff that lasts, that won't expire. Put some of it away. That's all. That's all you need to do. You know, because if they close the store in your area or the two areas around you, you know, it's going to be a while before you get out to the store or whatever store you can get to. What happens if they do the next chain that way? You know, if it's Rite Aid or whatever, you know. So we have to just be prepared for that kind of stuff. Yes, James, as a matter of fact, that's absolutely true. The first thing U.S. Steel said, that was reported today as well, that Joe Biden plans to block the sale of U.S. Steel to Japan, Nippon Steel. And Trump has came out, said he was against the sale too. And yes, the very first fucking thing they said was, well, if we're not allowed to sell to Japan, we're going to have to lay people off. Well, just why is that? You're making money. Just why is that? No. You're not going to get that big-ass golden parachute you've been trying to get. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for that big-ass golden parachute. That's what it's about. So that's the first thing. Remember, there's a boogeyman. There's a boogeyman. They always find a boogeyman. We're going to have to lay people off. You don't mind laying people off any other time. Now, all of a sudden, you don't want to do it. We would, you know, we'd rather sell to Japan and let them lay you off. That way, you can't say we did it. Yeah. Yep. So, anyway. Give me a break. Give me a break. You just can't make this shit up. You can't make it up. Corporations, and more so now after this administration gets in, these corporations are going to run crazy. So we just prepare. That's all we do. We make sure we know what's going on. Do you think this next administration is going to be favorable to pensions? Those few pensions that are left that are not protected, and thank God, Andrew Carnegie, he and his lawyers did a good job of protecting ours. Fortunately, over these years, you know, the Raiders haven't been able to do anything to that pension. And something tells me that somewhere they figured something out, because no other company wanted to buy U.S. Steel because they couldn't get at the pension. All the other steel companies got sold, stripped out, bought, traded, passed around. U.S. Steel left a bad taste in their mouth every time because they bought the companies in order to raid the pensions. But U.S. Steel's pension can't be raided. And up until now, no company wanted to buy it. Well, all of a sudden, here comes Japan, and they want to buy it. Did they come up with something nobody else knew? You tell me. Hopefully, Joe Biden and DT stick to their guns, stick to their word, and block this sale. You know, hopefully. Yeah, you know something's afoot. You know something's afoot. Hell yeah. So, stay tuned. Stay tuned. Let's check out some more funny shit.
Would you like salt and pepper, Chef?
No, thank you, darling. All right, here's the meatloaf. It's dry. Ugh, absolutely dreadful. Darling, I'm done with this dish. Thank you. No wonder this place isn't seeing any business. A lot of work to be done here for sure. Excuse me, darling. What exactly is that?
Oh, that is, Chef's special piss and shit, garnished by a fart. The chef wanted to send this out in regard to your critique on his meatloaf.
Okay. Thank you, my darling. Oh, wow. Nice consistency. Great texture. Oh, wow. Beautiful color. Yeah, let's have a taste. Wow. Absolutely brilliant. The piss is this tangy delight that really opens up the taste of this somewhat solid shit, and though it is very runny, it's rather brilliant.
No, that shit is crazy. Check this out.
Problem is that I can move if you want. I asked you to move, nigga. I'm talking about my girl. You like doing weird shit. Yo, girl. Yeah, man. Yo, this my ex-Lisa, man. We used to talk back after my mom's kicked me out of the house. My nigga, that's a man. What? No, this is my ex.
Your ex-girlfriend a man. Why you think she in jail with the men? She'd be on the other side. Nigga, you gay.
Nah, I mean, she...
So you think I'm gay?
No,
This nigga gay as hell. Shut the hell up, man. Y'all niggas is tripping. I ain't gay. Y'all niggas fuck guys up in here anyway.
That is crazy.
Controversial.
That's crazy. That shit is funny. My man didn't know his girl wasn't a girl. Oh, wow. And she's sitting up in the joint with him. Ain't that crazy? Wow. Oh, that's crazy. Boy, I tell you what. The people that put this stuff out, they are sick. The people that put this stuff out are absolutely nuts. Man, that kills me. That kills me. Wow. So, anyway, yeah, we got to be on the lookout for all of the underhanded stuff that's going on. I got to tell you, it's a lot coming. We are going to be on top of it here on this platform. We're going to pay attention. We're going to check it out. And we're going to get through this, okay? We're going to be on top of this shit. So, Anyway, I also ran across another little bit that I need y'all to hear, because I was talking about blacks today with a friend of mine. Blacks all over the world. When you look at black people, it does not matter where in the world you are. The black race is viewed by other races around the world as something like that little brother that you got to take everywhere with you. They want to go everywhere you go. Remember having to drag the little brother around? That's how blacks are viewed. And the reason that is, I think, I tried to get this point across, and maybe somebody, can enlighten me. Maybe I'm wrong. But only the black culture is the one that has not built an economic base in any country that they're in. No country that you find the black culture, do you find a large economic base, a large economic dynamo working that compares to the workings of the place they're at. Like if we were talking about Ukraine and Russia in this war. Well, the one thing nobody ever talked about during this should we help Ukraine thing, people in the black community, they feel like, yeah, you should help Ukraine. If you go back and look throughout history, in Ukraine, they were prejudiced as hell against black people. Ukraine is rough as hell on the black people that immigrated to Ukraine. Oh, they treated them like shit. Now, Ukraine wants help from everybody around the world. And everybody around the world thinks they should help Ukraine. But no matter where you are, blacks are treated like the little brother that you have to take everywhere you go. And we continue to allow ourselves to be treated like that because in every community that I have seen, we do not build anything. We don't build. We just tear ourselves down. We are splintered or fragmented. And I want y'all to hear this, brother, right here. I want y'all to hear this and listen. Because this, when I heard this made all the sense in the world. Okay? Check this out.
Don't say it. Would you agree or disagree that physically on Earth, there's more black people than the overall Jewish community? Yes or no? I'm talking about if you were born and raised Jewish, are there more physical people a part of the Jewish community than the overall black community in numbers?
Yeah.
Yes or no?
I would probably say there's probably more black when you look at the continent of Africa.
Yeah, the whole world.
Yeah, I would say yes.
Yes. See, they got their shit together. Community, working with each other, doing dinners every Friday, putting the phone down and discussing the chess moves in the play. See, us as black people, we're fragmented. You can't do nothing fragmented. Can't do nothing jealous and envious. Now, this is not going to go viral because I got a Jewish daughter, so relax. Latinos, the Latin community, they don't move as a fragmented race and culture. That's why they own everything. That's why they buying up all of the businesses. The Asian community, they don't move as a fragmented culture. That's why they buying up everything. Now white people got that same blueprint. And yet, this is what's scary, boys and girls. We are the most powerful, influential race, period. Not by net worth, not by politics, culture. You know how many things has been done to us to beat the shit out of this smile, and I'm still smiling. The resilience of black culture, after every attempt to kill and literally get rid of us, wipe us off the face of the fucking earth, and we still smiling, still in the videos dancing, still influencing what they're wearing, what they're doing, what the direction that they're deciding to move in. We not watching them the way they watching us, but they got their shit together, so they always gonna win. Why we mad though? Don't keep talking about the Jewish community. Be inspired by what happens when they link up. What you mad at? Get some. Have you ever won a Super Bowl by yourself, Shannon?
No.
Have you ever won a game by yourself?
No.
No? All black people on the same NFL team, right?
I mean, sometimes I felt like I'm playing by myself.
Yeah, I understand.
I just can't.
But it was still about 17 of y'all niggas on that line, though.
Yeah.
Even though you was the star. It takes a team. Now, the world you come from, which is interesting, similar to my world, but very different. You have white ownership. They're standing on a united front. Now, keep in mind, before y'all get all worked, I don't have a racist bone in my body. I'm trying to tell y'all some uncomfortable truths. And these truths might be uncomfortable because you're like, who the man? I'm talking to you, goofy ass, fragmented ass person. Okay? The NFL own all the teams. The NFL own the NBA. But we, as black culture, are running up and down that basketball court. And once we get our shit together, we win championships. We get the rings. We get to come home with the gold from the Olympics. We didn't pay for our salaries. We don't own the planes that the teams are being transported on. We don't own the arenas or the stadiums. But if we, as black culture, which take up the majority of black sports, if we were fragmented, we wouldn't win shit. So we come together and we get on the same, we huddle, we talk, we practice, Shannon.
Yeah.
We create the algorithm and we kill everything in its path for those teams that win the championship, that win the Super Bowl. There's a lot of white people on these teams as well. But we take up the majority. And yet we are the minority. We are the majority. But we're the minority. So how, I'm asking you, all the agents, all the managers, all the lawyers in Hollywood, all the heads of all of the studios, don't keep attacking Jewish people because they got their shit together, man. Don't, all the press, the media, the news outlets and all that everybody's got this big problem with. They own it, they run it, they operate it, they control it, whatever that might be. What's the problem? You mad at a community of people that got their shit together? You had your shit together on the football field. That's why y'all won.
Mm-hmm.
The days y'all didn't have y'all shit together, you lost. You never won one single game by your team. You might have ran the most yards. You might have gotten the most touchdowns. You might have took over all the highlight reels. Mm-hmm. But you were still on that football team with your whole squad. Would you agree?
I'd agree.
Okay, so guess what? Go out there and try and fly solo all you want. You ain't gonna get shit. So why get mad at them for having their shit together?
There you go. I couldn't have said it better myself. I couldn't have said it better myself. You know, we got to figure out a way. Somebody got to start networking and figure out a way that we pull some shit together and turn this ship that's been going so wrong for so long a different direction. We gotta go a different direction. How do we do it? I need some ideas. Hey, that's y'all homework assignment. Let's come up with some ideas that we can kind of, see, the first thing you got to do to come up with an idea for our race to turn this around, the one thing it's got to be is popular. We got to come up, with some popular ass idea. Make it popular to do good shit. See, right now, it's popular to get on TikTok and shake your ass out there on the sidewalk. I tell you what. Speaking of that, I can't count the number of times I seen some young black woman that on the sidewalk or stop in the middle of traffic, get out the car and shake her ass in front of the camera on her phone. That's popular. Okay? That's popular. Now, that ain't helping the black community worth the fuck. Okay? Let's say it the way it is. We got to come up with some shit that's popular. Now, I'm going to leave that right there. Throw me some ideas. Somebody got to get something started somewhere. I wish I could, I had some ideas about contacting the different places like, Urban League, NAACP, stuff like that, just to find out. I'm curious, do these agencies talk to each other? There's black organizations around the country. I'm wondering, do they talk to each other? Or do they all just do their own thing? I wonder if the Black Stars talk to each other. I don't know. Doesn't seem like it to me, because there should be some more Black Wall Streets being built today, considering we spend more money than anybody on the planet and get less for it. Get less than anybody else on the planet for it. You go spend your money, and what do you get? You get pulled over by the cops and dragged out of your car. Now that car full of shit you just bought ends up in the tow yard, and the tow yard workers going through your shit, taking your shit. So when you get out of jail, because they took you down for some bogus shit, they have to let you go. You go get your car. Your car been ransacked. All the shit you bought out the mall gone. We got to come up with something. Just that simple. So, anyway, I appreciate y'all taking the time to hang out with me this evening. Again, that account I opened an online savings account. You don't have to do that. A lot of people that's got accounts like Robinhood and other brokerage accounts, they run them through their own bank account all the time. Me, I just do shit a different way. If I have a Robinhood account, that's an online account, I would like to have a bank account that's online just to fund that account, because that account is just a place to park money anyway. So when that account activates and the verification process is done, then I will come back on and show you all when I fund my Robinhood account, and we will start the search for stocks and figure out stuff to buy. So on that note, as a matter of fact, also, you know what I'm going to do? Because this Robinhood account, you can get into crypto. Now, I don't know shit about crypto. I don't know a damn thing about crypto, but I'm going to venture into it. And maybe that's a journey we can take together too. You know, learn some shit. You know, so as soon as that happens, I'll get back on here and we will check it out. But anyway, I appreciate y'all taking the time to pay me some attention, and I'm going to get out of here. And let's see, today's Wednesday. I'll see you Friday. Same time, same place. 7 p.m. right here on the Basement View. Y'all take it easy. Appreciate y'all. Have a good one.